outwork everyone gimmick. So it played it off, and they gave you a solid match. What you think about Christian's first match in AEW after 7 years? What do you think about it?
Yes, absolutely. I would agree with that. That his gimmick, or you can say his catchphrase, which his T-shirt says, that yes, outwork everyone, solid match, and it really, you can say, it said it, and he delivered it. And we had discussed this on his, you can say, his debut, when we discussed his debut, that it should not be a mere catchphrase. Now he has to portray that. He has to prove that in AW, that he is here and he is, you know, out there to outwork everyone. He has to showcase that. So he did in this match, and in my opinion, it was a great wrestling match. It seems someone had heard the Broken Skull Sessions episode with uh, Randy Orton close and in full, because it had many things which were discussed and which were showcased in this match very well. In my opinion, it was a solid match, and you can say many members of the AEW roster and also of many of the independent circuit members should watch this match and should learn the little things from this match. It was a very solid match, in my opinion, which is a rarity in this era of professional wrestling.
It the kill switch, and that was it. That was it. Not a bad match for Christian's debut, but I would like to ask. I also said it last week that Kazarian was a great worker, who can carry you in a good match. But what about the other guys, in AEW? What if can Christian hang in with the young guys like Jungle Boy or a Pac or a Kenny Omega?
Mm-hmm. That we have to see in the future, I guess. In this match, yes, of course, Kazarian had the, you can say, yes, majority of the, stuff. And yes, he had to, because he was playing the villain, the heel. And yes, the ring rust was the part of the story, absolutely. And yes, Christian and Kazarian, both you can say their stock went up, in my opinion, because it was a very solid wrestling match. With respect to your question, I guess we have to see in the future. At this point, we can say that yes, Christian is here and he is, you can say, here to give to the younger guys, absolutely, to give the rub and be at the legend status, and you can say to put them over, even when, or to, you can say, to elevate them, absolutely. So, and we have to see now, the only feud which we know right now, which is solid, which is against Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. So that is to come. So we are waiting for it whenever it manifests. So we will see what happens with regards to that match. In this match, of course, it was the heart, the resilience, and it was constant back and forth. It was, in my opinion, it was one of the best matches in the recent uh, era. And you can say the little things. One of the things that were that even the headlocks, you can say the headlocks, which are loose, and the wrestlers think that it was also discussed on the Broken Skulls episode, that the wrestlers don't give a fuck about that, but that also were tight, and they were given a fuck. And they are the little things which wrestlers should, so as to keep it real, that it is real, it is a fight. And there is a, you can say, yes, of course, it is a story, of course, but it is real. And you are fighting, it is not a dance session or a dance sequence that, yes, I'm just holding you like this and now you have to go there, then you have to come here. No, it has to look like that, that of course you can stop right here. So it was tight, it was effective, the headlocks, there were many things, even the small grounded cravat, the inverted cravat. Christian sold it like anything. He passed out at one point. He sold it. It is the little thing, the old school wrestling match, the little thing, which I guess it is not seen in today's generation. Why? It is a big question. It was the first match of the night. You can say that, yes, the attention span of the people is this, but the fact that it was such a solid match, it kept you, the story, and with regards to Christian coming back, his singles match, his debut, Kazarian, their rivalry in uh, their past when they started in TNA or Impact Wrestling, whatever, and then, competing tonight. So it is a great story. Everything was here. The selling was top notch from both the competitors, unlike the hot start matches we have seen in the recent past, of course. And it sold me on Kazarian too. If there were wrestlers, or you can say not wrestlers, the people who were not sold on Kazarian, that yes, he is old, veteran, part-time person who just comes and goes. He only wrestles on dark, and he is not as good as he is. But the fact that we saw tonight that he's a solid worker, he is great. So that also was on showcase that he still got it. Absolutely, he has. But yes, you have to give him the time to showcase that. That yes, he is one of the best, of course. But you have to give that story, you have to give that time, and then they will execute to the best. And he is, of course, Kazarian and Christian. Both are on their top game. They can execute even now at this point in their careers. Absolutely.